welcome to my kitchen. My name is Cheri and today is Slow Cooker Sunday. So today we're going to be making a pumpkin chili. So perfect for Halloween or perfect for your Halloween parties. But before I get started, if this is your first time here, you love food and fun and Halloween, go ahead and hit the subscribe button as well as the notification bell and be sure to check the description below. You'll find details on how subscribing helps to feed the hungry. Okay, so slow cooker. My slow cooker has a base that comes out and I can put this in the microwave or the stovetop or wherever I want to put this. So if you don't have that option, you can start this recipe off by just doing it in a skillet. So the first thing I have here is an onion. Well, I think I need this. So this is my manual food processor. You can always just chop these things up by hand, but this makes it really, really quick. And I'll put a link to this in the description below. But I'm putting a half of an onion in here, and I had a bunch of little jalapenos from my garden that I needed to use up. They're teeny tiny, and I de-seeded them for the most part. All right, so we're just gonna chop these up real quick. You see how fast that was? I have to use this thing to cut them up really, really little because my husband doesn't like big chunks of things. And I probably could have did a little bit more on there. Some of these are a little chunky, but they'll cook down. They'll cook down and they'll be soft. All right, so I'm gonna put this back in here. The other half of my onion, and then I also have a bell pepper here that I'm just gonna cut the sides off of, which will leave us with our core in the center. And then I always try to use the end piece as well. So I'm just gonna toss that in there. I am just gonna roughly chop these just so they fit in my little food processor there. And then last one here. Okay, so all of those in there. And you don't have to put the jalapenos in there. And if you have a red pepper instead of a green pepper, you can use that. Totally up to you on the peppers. And same with the onion. All right, so we're gonna chop these up real quick. All right, let's see. That looks pretty darn good. All right, so I'm gonna put the rest of these in here. Boy, it looks like a lot, doesn't it? Looks like a lot of peppers and onions. Looks like a pepper and onion chili. All right, so peppers and onions are in. Let's do some garlic. So I would normally do like 2 or 3 cloves, but these are kind of on the small side, so I've got 4 cloves here that I'm using. And this is our garlic press. I'm gonna put a link to this in the description below too. And that is all for the garlic. So the other thing I'm gonna add here is a pound of pork sausage. All right, so I'm gonna put the lid on this and I'm gonna pop this in the microwave. This will probably take, I don't know, 10 minutes or so, and I'll chop it up in between just to make sure it gets, cooked evenly. So again, if you don't have something like this, you can just do it in the skillet and then we can transfer it to the crock pot. All right, my sausage should be done. And one thing I forgot to add in when I was doing my peppers is a little bit of chipotle and adobo. So those are chipotle peppers. They come in a can just like this. You just need about 2 of them. There is a lot of flavor and a lot of heat packed in those. So I meant to add that in. And again, this is totally optional. If you don't like, heat, you may not want to put them in there. Okay, so I'm gonna stir those in real quick. And then as you can see, there's a little bit of moisture in here, a little bit of grease from our sausage, and a little bit of water or moisture from our peppers. So I don't want to drain that. I want to leave that in there. And then I'm going to take a couple of tablespoons of flour to soak that up. So this is what's going to help keep our chili nice and thick. Well, maybe just a little bit more. I'll just add it all in. Ooh, I can smell those chipotles. Those smell so good. Okay. So see how that's thickening up already? It's kind of like a roux. Now I'm going to add in some beef broth. So to get started, I'm just going to add about half of this carton. So this is 32 ounces. Just kind of give it a good stir. And then once I've kind of got that mixed up really nicely, I'm going to go ahead and add my seasonings in. So I just want a pinch of cinnamon. I know it sounds crazy. Cinnamon in your chili. All right, we're gonna add in a couple of tablespoons of chili powder, about a teaspoon of cumin, and then about 2 tablespoons of brown sugar. So we're gonna stir this really well. And that's looking really good. All right, so next thing I want to add in is my pumpkin. So a full can of pure pumpkin, not pumpkin pie filling. Pumpkin. All right, so we're gonna stir this in. I'm also gonna go ahead and add in my beans. So this is 2 cups of kidney beans that I have rinsed and drained. Now, preferably, I would really like to use black beans, but I'm out of those, so I decided to just use kidney beans. But either way, you always want to rinse and drain them. Unless you're gonna use the chili beans, you can use those, like the kind that come in a chili sauce. And those already have, like, you know, the chili flavoring, so those you don't want to rinse. But kidney beans and black beans especially. All right, I think that's good. Oh, you know what? A little bit of salt. That's good. Okay, so now I'm going to go ahead and add in my beef broth. The rest of it, as long as I have enough room here. And it still stays pretty thick. Oh, what the heck? I think I'll be able to put it all in here. There we go. All right, so I just want to make sure I've got it stirred up really, really good. And then from here, I'm just going to put my lid back on, and then I'm going to let this cook on low for about 6 to 8 hours. All right, I think it is time to check on our chili and give it a try. Let's stir it up a little bit here. Smells good. All right, so let me put just a little bit in my bowl here. And look at all those peppers and our sausage. All right, let's give this a bite. Yes, that is good. That is so good. I'm so glad I did not forget to put the chipotles in there because you can definitely taste those. There's quite a bit of heat at the end. So if you're going to feed this to kids, I would probably dial that back to one chipotle. But I definitely wouldn't leave them out because they add so much flavor. Wow, this is good. You guys got to try this. Especially if you're having like a Halloween party. It's a big crowd pleaser. And I guarantee if you make it, well, I don't guarantee, I'm going to bet. If you make this for your friends and family, they're never going to know there's pumpkin in here. They're just going to say, damn, that's some good chili what you put in there. It is really, really good. It's one of the things I just love making in the fall. And I think I actually did one that has sweet potato. I did a sweet potato chili too. So I'll put a link to that right here. Anyway, give it a try. Let me know what you think in the comments. I thank you all so much for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye.